Have you ever wondered how Uber became a global phenomenon? Well, let's rewind to the year 2008. We find ourselves in the city of love, Paris, where two friends, Travis Kalanick and Garrett Camp, are having a quintessentially Parisian experience. They are unable to hail a cab. A problem most of us have faced at some point, right? But for these two, the frustration sparked an idea that would change the world. They envisioned a service, a simple tap on your smartphone and voila, a car arrives to whisk you away. No more waving hands on the street corners, no more waiting in the rain. Uber was born, a brainchild of necessity and innovation. Fast forward to 2010, the first ride-sharing app was launched, right in the heart of tech innovation, San Francisco. But as with any disruptive idea, it wasn't all smooth sailing. There were challenges, regulatory hurdles, and a skeptical market. But Kalanick and Camp were not deterred. They had a unique idea. Uber wasn't just a taxi service, it was an entirely new way of getting from point A to point B. It was about creating a seamless, convenient, and reliable transportation experience. It was about putting the power in the hands of the passengers and drivers alike. It was about transforming an everyday inconvenience into a smooth, pleasurable experience. The idea was revolutionary. It was a daring reimagining of personal mobility, a bold defiance of the status quo. But the most remarkable thing, it worked. Despite the initial challenges, people loved the idea. They embraced the convenience, the simplicity, the control. Uber was more than a service, it was a lifestyle choice, a statement of innovation and modern conveniences. And thus, the spark was lit, and Uber began its journey, destined to revolutionize the transportation industry. From a simple idea in Paris to a global phenomenon, this is the story of Uber's birth into mainstream. An idea born out of inconvenience, nurtured through innovation, and brought to life by the relentless spirit of two entrepreneurs. Get ready as we dive deeper into the remarkable journey of Uber. You might be wondering, how does Uber generate revenue? Let's look at the unique business model of Uber, a curious concoction of technology, logistics, and the gig economy. This platform serves as a bridge between drivers and riders, facilitating transportation services. Here's the twist. Uber doesn't possess any vehicles of its own. It collaborates with drivers who operate their personal vehicles. These drivers, or partners as Uber prefers to call them, are individual contractors rather than employees. They have the liberty to select their working hours, routes, and vehicles. Now let's talk money. Uber earns by claiming a commission from each ride. This commission typically varies between 20 to 30%. To illustrate, for a market like the United States, Uber charges a standard commission rate of 25% from its drivers. However, factors such as location and drivers' lifetime trips could influence the exact cut. The remaining amount is credited to the driver, hence, with every ride you take, a certain part of your fare goes to the driver, and the rest to Uber. But there's another layer. Uber employs a dynamic pricing model, commonly known as surge pricing. During peak demand or when driver availability is low, the fare can shoot up. This not only encourages drivers to hit the roads during bustling times, but also significantly boosts Uber's earnings. Those late-night rides back from the bar or holiday airport transfers might dig deeper into your pocket, but it's convenient and part of the billion-dollar Uber engine. It's also considerable to mention that Uber's business model isn't confined to ride services. They've ventured into food delivery via Uber Eats and freight logistics through Uber Freight. Similar to ride services, Uber plays the role of a connector here too, and extracts a commission from every transaction. So, there it is. Uber's business model. A tech venture that doesn't own any tech. A transport business that doesn't possess any vehicles. A service provider devoid of any service staff. Yet it's this unique model that has upset the conventional taxi industry and revolutionized our commuting habits. So, the journey may conclude, but the cash-making machine at Uber never stops. But how did Uber manage to spread its wings across the globe? Well, it's not just about offering a great service. There's a lot more to it. Uber's success can be largely attributed to its aggressive growth and marketing strategy. Imagine being a new startup with a desire to get your service to as many people as possible. What do? You come up with a plan, and in Uber's case, it was a plan that was as bold as it was brilliant. Uber's strategy was to grow, and grow fast. The company took no time to establish itself in major cities around the world. From bustling New York to vibrant Mumbai, Uber became a familiar name in an incredibly short span of time. But how was this possible? Well, Uber leveraged the power of referral programs. This was a win-win situation for everyone. Riders got free rides for referring their friends, who in turn got discounted rides. This created a viral loop of referrals, with more and more people joining the Uber bandwagon. But that's not all. Uber also struck strategic partnerships. It teamed up with various businesses offering exclusive discounts and promotions. This not only increased Uber's visibility, but also helped it tap into diverse customer bases. Promotions played a key role in Uber's expansion. From free ice cream deliveries during summers to offering rides with celebrity drivers, Uber knew how to create a buzz. These unique marketing tactics not only attracted riders but also kept them hooked. Furthermore, Uber was never shy of taking risks. It entered new markets aggressively, even when faced with local opposition and regulatory hurdles. It was this relentless pursuit to grow that helped Uber make inroads into numerous markets globally. And let's not forget about Uber's clever use of data. By analyzing rider behavior and patterns, Uber was able to predict demand and adjust its pricing accordingly. This allowed it to maximize its profits while providing a seamless service to its customers. Through strategic marketing and relentless growth tactics, Uber managed to park itself in the phones and lives of millions. And what about the disruption that Uber caused in the transport industry? Well, let's discuss, shall we? When Uber rolled onto the scene, it was like a mighty wave crashing onto an otherwise tranquil beach. The traditional taxi industry, which had for so long enjoyed a monopoly, was suddenly faced with a competitor that was not just different, but revolutionary. Uber's innovation was its simplicity. With a few taps on a smartphone, anyone could summon a ride, track its arrival, and pay without any cash exchanging hands. It was a game changer. For consumers, Uber offered convenience, efficiency, and often cheaper fares. The need to hail a taxi or scramble for exact change was suddenly a thing of the past. However, as with any disruption, there were those who didn't welcome Uber with open arms. Taxi unions worldwide raised concerns about Uber's business model, arguing it was unfair competition. They claimed that Uber bypassed regulations that other taxi services had to adhere to, creating an uneven playing field. And indeed, Uber has faced its fair share of legal battles. From London to Delhi, from California to Seoul, Uber has been in and out of courtrooms, defending its model and fighting for its right to operate. In some places, it has been banned temporarily or even permanently, but in many others, it has emerged victorious, often leading to changes in local transport laws. The resistance Uber faced was not just from taxi unions. There were concerns about safety, about worker rights, about the very essence of what it means to be an employee in the gig economy. But despite these challenges, Uber has persevered. It has evolved, adapted, and continued to disrupt. So, while Uber's journey hasn't been without bumps, it has certainly changed the landscape of urban transport. And that, my friends, is the essence of disruption. Not just to change the game, but to rewrite the rules entirely. Uber didn't just build a better taxi service, it redefined what it means to catch a ride. And that is truly something to marvel at. So, where does Uber find itself today? Uber has truly revolutionized the way we travel, making its presence felt in over 900 metropolitan areas worldwide. Not just satisfied with changing the face of personal transportation, Uber has also branched out into new avenues. Who knew a ride-sharing app would soon be delivering your favorite sushi or helping businesses move across cities? Yes, I'm talking about Uber Eats and Uber Freight. Uber Eats, the food delivery service, brings a world of culinary delights right to your doorstep. Whether it's a craving for late-night ice cream or a healthy salad for lunch, Uber Eats has got your back. On the other hand, Uber Freight is transforming the logistics industry, making it easier than ever for shippers to connect with truck drivers to transport goods. However, Uber's journey hasn't always been a smooth one. There have been challenges along the way, but what sets Uber apart is the company's resilience. They never back down. Instead, they adapt and innovate. When people were confined to their homes, Uber ramped up its food delivery service. In the face of adversity, they introduced safety measures for rides, ensuring both drivers and passengers felt safe. This resilience, this ability to adapt and innovate, is part of what continues to make Uber a dominant player in the transportation industry. As we look to the future, Uber continues to innovate. It's exploring areas like self-driving cars and even flying vehicles, aiming to redefine mobility once again. The The company's determination to constantly push the boundaries of what's feasible is truly commendable. As we stand today, Uber is not just a company. It's a testament to human ingenuity, a symbol of how technology can transform our lives, and a beacon of resilience in a world that's constantly changing. From what we can gather, Uber's journey has been nothing short of a roller coaster ride, but it continues to navigate the roads of global transportation with determination, resilience, and unending innovation.